Alrighty. Well, the national anthem has just finished, and we are getting hustle players on the field. Welcome to the Purple and Black Showcase, the scrimmage before the AUDL season starts next week, March 31st. We just would love to get our fans here at home another little home game, especially right before the season starts, get everybody excited. Got a unique format we did a little bit last year. We'll be having the hustle squads kind of going against each other. And then as the quarters progress, we will have youth, men and women on the youth. And we're getting some PA work here. And the youth will play as well against each other. Women will play against other women, and men will play against other men. But we'll mix them up. The scores will be tallied, as certain points from certain teams will be added to hustle as dark and white. And we are now starting the match. We got hustle starting. Dark's got the disc. We got Stapleton in the center. He's going to swing it off to Gaynor. Gaynor looking upfield. A lot of movement right now. Nothing looking forward. He throws it off to Turner right now at the 30-yard line in their own end zone. Nice little quick one to Stapleton. Back to Gaynor. Moving up the field now to the 50. We got Olsen. Looking for a deep shot, nothing there. Looks like they're going to get a swing. Stapleton gets it up to the 40, moving it quick up to the 30. They're about 20 yards away from the end zone. Hustle now stuck on the sideline, far sideline. A nice up the line to Stapleton. Unable to pick it up with a nice layout. It is turned over right at the goal line now, and we will give it to White Hustle, the light hustle. Looking for their first break, trying to get off the line. Nice move by Knowles, almost picked off by Gaynor. He moves it into, I believe, Laviolette. A nice swing to Smith. Now Bush at the 40. They're almost midfield. A nice push by the defense to Knowles. Goes back to the 30. Now to Draco. Draco kind of all by himself. Not a lot of pressure. Has some time to look around. Nice grab. Just a nice little 5-yard dish. Keeps it moving to J.P. Burns. J.P. Burns at midfield. Looks up the field. Gets a nice one. I believe that's Smith. Can't get his name 26, so I'll look it up in a second. Nice over-the-top hammer, but Stapleton just destroys it, and it's back on serve. We're playing with observer rules, so it's not the complete AUDL rules. We're doing a little mixture of things, trying to bring all the styles of Ultimate together. And we're getting a very good game so far. No big calls. Nice throw by Turner all the way to number 33, but unable to grab it. And sorry if I'm not sure of all of these names yet, but number 33, that was Devin Rogers. Had a nice cut up to the line, and Turner put it on him, but just a little too far. Still first point. We've got 27. We're doing 30-minute periods, I believe. Light is getting out of their end zone. Parker Bray at the 30. Light has not been able to get out. Nice all the way across the field. Draco all by himself at the 50. Has some time, checks him. Player goes to throw it, but throws it right into his defender, who is once again number 33, Devin Rogers. Player unable to keep up with him. Rogers might be able to make this play, and he will. Rogers in the end zone. And Dark Hustle, I believe we'll just call him I guess they're black. I don't know. We're not sure. Purple versus black. Well, that'll make it 1-0 home. Well, home is the purple. Away will be black. Or youth. They'll be the youth points as well. Home is the hustle. Away is basically the youth. That's another good way to put it. That's what it says on Facebook. That's what we're all going with. All right, the throw off is off, and so we got Trenton Spinks out there. A lot more of the younger squad here. A couple people wearing Matthew Knowles, and I know that's not Matthew Knowles, but a couple jerseys just being put on. We have a lot of fans and staff and other people getting out there to play today in the scrimmage as well. Good way to get everybody active and into the fray. Light is moving up there at the 50, moving very well. Someone wearing Matthew Knowles. Swings it out. Matt Smith with the disc. Matt Smith kind of staying back. They're just kind of going back and forth, sticking at the 50. Smith wants... Oh, and Kelvin just knocks it right out of his hands. Almost a strip call maybe, but nothing. It was a legit play for me. It looked clean. Williams with a nice block. Now actual Matthew Knowles with the disc. Swings it. Still at the 50-yard line. Pushes it up to Kelvin. Kelvin at the 40. Jaime goes deep. Nothing there. Back to Knowles. He gets it up. Almost too high. Nice grab by number 14. He's looking for another one. Parker Bray up at the 20. They're 10 yards out. Bray dishes it back to Knowles. Now they're 15 yards out. Knowles puts it up, and number 3 with the grab. And hustle, dark purple. Now up 2-0. So the first break of the evening will go to hustle, purple. And doing the best with these names. There's a lot of people wearing different people's jerseys, so we'll see how this goes. You know who you are. If you ever come back and listen to this, you know who you were in that time. If you don't, well, I can't help you. Looks like we got for purple, we got Kelvin Williams, Sam Gaynor, Matthew Knowles, Stapleton. Pretty much Yusuf. Your big line. This is your big line for the hustle. On the other side, we have Trenton. Trying to see who else we got. A lot of newcomers. We got Draco, Josh Bush. Some big names. So some big players here. Let's see how they work it through. Drop right now on their own 20, trying to work their way out. Swinging it mostly, for the most part, all the way back to the other side of the field. Number 26. Able to just dish it forward. A lot of quick throws. Not getting a lot of yards, but moving the disc up and down the field. Or right now at the 30. Trenton actually gets a nice little 12-yard. Nice little up the line, but not able to dive and grab it. Turnover is now at the other team's 25. Dark hustle now, sitting at their own 25, trying to move it back into the midfield. Sperling doesn't really have much. Kelvin Williams is able to find it. Nobody really striking deep. Matthew Knowles with the disc. He likes to work it. There it is, a big, deep one, but nice. Was a little short. Sperling able to pick it up. Throws it back to Yusuf. Yusuf wide open in the end zone. And purple today working at 3-0 right now. It just looks like Draco and Bush and all of them. They're just like, wait, what's going on? Good scrimmage today. We've had some cloudy weather, but as far as I can tell, there's not a lot of wind. It's pretty fair. A little cloudy, but, I mean, this is perfect running weather. We really can't ask for anything better. So if people are getting tired, well, that shouldn't be a good sign. Looks like a line shift for purple. Got Bradham out there, Gaynor, Stapleton still out there. A couple others. Looks like Olsen. As far as for light, same kind of line. Got Draco. Might be JP. Player. Doing the best I can to give you everybody's names and who I know. I don't know everybody. Right now, looks like JP's got the disc. Trapped on his own line. Draco now on his own 30. Gets it up. They're moving it pretty quick now at the midfield. Back to JP. JP just able to keep going. It looks like Choi wide open down there were two people open and did not go. I'm not sure why. Able to swing. Back to JP on the 30. About 20 yards out. Puts it to Draco, but behind him, Stapleton with a nice layout grab and keeps it into his hands. Olsen now swings it to Gaynor. Now they're getting outside of their own red zone. Moving it up now to a huge shot deep. There's number 30, Rogers, again able to grab it in the end zone. And with a 60-yard flick from Gaynor to Rogers. Rogers now has 2. And once again, if this isn't Rogers, well, your name's getting out there today. He's wearing your jersey. Good for you. Is it Bosie's? Oh. I couldn't even read it from out here. Well, it may not be Rogers, but that is what the jersey number says, so that might be the last time I use that name. Devin, good job. You were killing it, supposedly. It's hard to see the actual names on some of these jerseys sometimes. Well, either way, Hustle, Purple, up 4-0. The Black needs to, maybe the youth are going to turn it up for them. They're going to really need them to step it up. All right, we got Jaime and looks like player, or Matthew Knowles, sorry, not player, Parker Bray, Kelvin Williams on the other side. We have, Kelvin Williams almost gets a nice nice block at the 20-yard line, but Black's able to keep it. They swing it up to the 30. They're pressed on the sideline. Draco puts it deep from their own 50. What a grab. Unbelievable grab from the sky, and it goes to number 00. And Light will finally get, or I believe Black will finally get their first point. 4-1. That was an impressive grab by number 33 from Light. That was Sperling, I believe, with the catch in the end zone. We're going to do the best we can with these names. Lots of names are going out there. You did it. Yeah, we have a lot of different jerseys out there to help accommodate all these people coming to play today. So if your name's dropped, like I said, you know who you are. You know who you were. You know who you scored. You don't need me to tell you. I'm just telling all the people who can't see. Light, or I believe Black, throwing it off. Purple to receive. We got a nice solid line again. Stapleton, Kelvin. It's like Laviolette, or sorry, Olsen, Bray. Not a lot of pressure on Bray now. He's got a lot of time, but barely sneaks it into Stapleton. Kind of forced it in. Stapleton sitting at the 15. Nice long one to, I believe, Sperling again. He's got it at the 30. Not a lot of pressure coming. It took a while. He's able to swing it back to the middle. Still at the 30. 25. Olsen swings it to Gainer. Yusuf wide open, but not looking him. He's looking him off. Not really any yardage gain. They're kind of going backwards here. Still going backwards, right at their goal line again, but Yusuf able to bring him back. Yusuf trying to make a continuation look. Gainer and Yusuf right now working each other up. Gainer guarded by Bush. Bush putting a hard mark. Able to get to Sperling. He's looking up. Finds Olsen. They're sitting now. They're across the midfield. Get ready for a shot here. Gainer swings it back out to Stapleton. He's sitting midfield. Swings it lower field to Sperling. Looks like Kelvin Williams has a chance with, and it's just all purple. Gainer takes it from Kelvin. Kelvin and Gainer, they're about to fight. I'm just kidding. No, they're happy that they caught it. And Purple looking very smooth. Light. I keep saying light because they have the lighter jerseys, but they are the black because the youth team will also have darker colors. But they're having a hard time really slowing down this offense. Their offense as well seems a little more slower to create opportunities. And they're kind of like allowing the stall count to get high and then forced to make tough throws. And also, some of the throws have been off, and Purple's just been able to make good plays and read them well. So I'm pretty sure Stapleton's been on the field every point. I feel like I've called his name a lot. Parker Bray. Got Olsen out there as well. These are captains as well, Olsen and Stapleton, so I expect them to be out there a lot. About 21 minutes in this period. JP throws it to player. Keeping it in the middle. Draco has it in the middle. All the way up to the midfield already. They're counting them now on the sidelines to get under them. Bush wanted something deep, but has so many unders. It seems like if nobody's guarding anyone, maybe a zone or something that just failed, and they moved right up the field, scored. Light, the easiest point by far. Really, it was mostly Draco, and I believe Sun Choi just moving it up the field, and then right when they tried to collapse him on the goal line, but they were able to throw a hammer over the top and wide open the end zone. (5-2) Purple. Got a good crowd today. Definitely up in the hundreds. fields have also been redone, so the fields actually feel incredible. They re-turfed him, but unfortunately we won't be playing here mostly this year. We'll be at St. Pius. Purple has the disc. We're sitting at their own 20. Knowles gets the disc. He's sitting there, moving up at the 25. Just mostly moving, swinging the disc, getting about 5-yard throws each time. Bray puts it up there a little bit to Williams. Still moving forward. Now he swings over to Jaime. Jaime sitting right almost at midfield. Gets it up to Parker. Parker shoots it from midfield to, I believe, number 3, who gets it right in the end zone. What a look. He was wide open. It looks like they had a defender kind of poaching in the back, and it was just, there were 2 people back there, and he had to pick one, and the Parker Bray put a beautiful put to him, and he was able to run it down. The defender really had no position on the play. 6-2, purple versus black. 18:56 left in our first period. We got Christian Olsen right now talking to some of the youth, getting them ready for what they got to do here the next period. It's going to be up them to keep their lead, and you never know what might happen. It's good to get some of the youth too, because they come to a lot of our games, and it's good to give them a chance to get on the field and get a chance to play on there and show what they've got. Chase a dream, possibly now with Ultimate. There's chances for that. You can make that something you do the rest of your life. And the pull went out of bounds, so player now has the disc. He's bringing it up to the brick, which will be at the 30-yard line. And they are about 20 yards, and now we have marks. Play Bradham on him. Player puts it all the way up to Bush. Bush, nice little 20-yard throw. Bush then puts it deep all the other side. Williams running it down. Number 7, Williams just didn't even give him a chance. Number 7 was trying to get a position, but Williams just was already there. Great work by the purple defense. Not a lot of motion right now. Yusuf gets the disc. Yusuf looking for Gaynor, but Gaynor gets looked off. Back to Matthew Knowles in the middle of the field. Matthew Knowles sitting right in front of the goal line, needs to get out. Looks like it may be Bradham. Throws it to Gaynor. I can't tell who that is. There's no jersey or anything. But deep shot to Kelvin Williams. It's a battle again by number 7 and Kelvin. Kelvin wins it this time, putting a hard mark on him. Number 7, Kelvin swings it out to Matthew Knowles. Matthew Knowles now has the disc. Calls timeout. Interesting timeout call with the momentum really in their favor. And only about 15 yards out from the end zone. All right, disc back is in play. We have another number 14. I don't believe that's actually Parker Bray, but actual Parker Bray goes in, but the defense read it. Nice work. I'm not sure who exactly that was, but Trent now has the disc. Sun Choi then looked there to give him a bailout, swings it back to the middle of the field, still about 10 yards out from their own end zone. Able to speed it up to the front. I believe that's Perever. Able to swing it up to Bush, who's at the 40, looking across midfield. Puts it back into the middle of the field, no yardage gain. Front, deep shot. Same guy who got the D's, looking for bookends. Bray on his back. He's able to box him out. Well done. I believe that is the same guy. That is bookends. He was able to get it from his own end zone and then run all the way back down and score. Defense and a score, bookends. And I think that's exactly what Dark needed, 6-3. I believe that's the first break for them tonight. The clock will continue to run throughout the points. They're kind of like doing it as a soccer match. The clock will just continue to run. They're trying to make sure that the observers kind of control the match, just like you would see in a club game or anything like that. So far, no really any calls or anything that had needed to come up or be disputed. So far, very clean ultimate game. Purple has the disc. Knowles catching it about the 25, able to swing it up to Parker Bray, who's also on the 25. Able to punch it up. Ooh, almost picked off there by the light. brings it back to the middle again. They're sitting at the 35. Another nice little dish over the top, puts him at the 50. Beautiful round flick. Had Knowles diving to keep it alive, but then it gets right back up and throws it right into the end zone. Unbelievable grab and awareness from Matthew Knowles. It was a beautiful inside-out flick that really only went about 5 or 10 yards, but got up the field for him. Knowles had to dive, grab it, and as he came up, immediately backhanded it beautifully into the end zone. That's just what he does. Hopefully we'll see a lot of that during the season. Purple up against black, 7-3. Another big line, Stapleton, Gaynor, Yusuf, Calvin. Basically, you're similar. It's going to be a lot of the same guys, a lot of these points. As far as light, but you have Player, Bush, Sun, Draco, those kind of guys. We're going to see what we do here. Player swings it up to Choi. A little high, but Choi's able to keep it in. Right on the end zone, on the line. So the 30, oh, very sneaky put to Choi up to the 50. Gets it to Player now across the midline. Player, they're just cramming it up the line. All the way back to the middle is Bush, who able to jump into the end zone. They crammed it at the far up the far sideline and then got it right back to the middle of the field with Bush just sitting there in the end zone. That was just one great throw after the next, and it was just Purple trying to catch up. Pull off by black. Purple now grabbing the disc in the end zone. Gets it out to Stapleton at the 15. Stapleton gives it right back to Olsen, who gets it up to the 20. Gaynor looks in, but he can't get it. Looks like it's going to be, able to get Gaynor back up, but then right back to Stapleton. Still just in the 25. Little 5-yard dashes right now. Olsen looking deep, but he doesn't see anything. Still gets to Stapleton, another 5-yard dish. Little nice scuba throw, it looked like. To Gaynor, back to Stapleton. They're past the midfield. Nobody's really stopping these two from just dishing, and they're chaining it back and forth. Oh, nice little swing to Olsen back to the middle, back to Stapleton. Stapleton look up. There's not really much going on. Just squeeze it through, and then a dive to try to stop it that almost tackles one of the players. Gaynor's got it at the 20. He's like 5 yards out. Throws a little hammer. Scuba throw to Turner, who grabs it on the line. Defender number 33. Diving to make the play, unable to do it. And that was honestly one of the most action-packed points we've had so far. It was very touchy-go as the point progressed. 8-4, Purple versus Black. 11:45 left in the first period. I'm really liking what I'm seeing from the Purple offense. They look very confident right now. They seem very confident with the disc, and they're confident with each other, and they seem to be really understanding each other's movements and working well. The chemistry seems to be building up rather nicely. A lot of these guys now have been playing together on this team, especially for 4 years. This will be their 4th year, and we have some new guys who have been playing with them for a lot of in a lot of other ways, not just through the AUDL. So we're seeing now some chemistry being built up. Pull goes to Draco. He picks up at the 20, throws it to number 32. Kind of swings it back down to number 26. Still sitting about at the 25. Nice defense right now from Purple. They're really suffocating everything under, but able to squeeze it through. Here we go. They got a little bit of break. They're moving up almost to about the 45, and it slows back down. Oh, Trenton gets a little busted up, able to keep the disc in his hands right at midfield, but then turfs it right into the ground. And now the first turn here that we've had in a good bit. Purple picks up the disc, and it's Knowles. Knowles throws it to Jaime. Jaime gets it right back to Bray. Bray got nobody on him. Now Smith is on him. I believe that's Smith. Throws it to Jaime. Jaime back to Knowles. They're about 15 yards out. getting this break. Ooh, it could have been stopped by Smith. Now pulled up to Jaime. Jaime looks over to number 14, who gets it in the end zone. Once again, it just seems like a lot of the purple points, when they throw it in the end zone, it just doesn't seem to be any black, or in this case, light players around. But right now, we'll go 9-4 with about 10 minutes left in this first period. Purple against youth. Make sure you check the Atlanta game feed for all the future Hustle games on Twitter. That way you can keep up a lot of points for away games if you don't have us at home. Also, just check out Atlanta Hustle on Twitter as well. Stay updated with anything that's going on in Atlanta Hustle games in the AUDL South. Right now, Dark picks it up, or Black. Player swings it to Choi about near midfield. They're just dishing it back and forth, swinging it up and down the field. A lot of pop and Draco. Oh, gets it to Choi. A nice little 15-yard. Gets it to Draco. Gets it to Player. They're about 15, 20 yards out. Swinging it now up and down laterally through the field. Gets it up to Draco. Draco back to Player about 10 yards out. They swing it upfield. The nice purple shuts them down. Now they're just going up and down the field, resetting the clock. Nice little 5-yard gain, about 2 yards out. I think a call. This might be our first call. It might be a pick, and they're going to apply the yardage to it, so they're back at the 25. Draco trying to make some moves. Player trying to make a move now. They swing it way back out to the middle of the field to Choi. Choi, there might be another call here. It's the guy wearing the Sperling shirt who got the bookends earlier. He will keep the disc. It's actually against the defense. So this will be right at the goal line. They double team him. He's able to dish it back to Choi. Choi puts it all the other side. He's all by himself. I believe that is J.P. Burns with the catch. That was a very, very well fought point by Purple defense. There were times it just seemed like Black was going to be able to carry through and push through that defense, but they were able to stop him at the goal line and make it at least tougher. But then right when they were able to get the reset to Choi, he saw a wide open man to the corner and was able to place it. We still have people coming into the game, which is great. People still flooding it in. It's starting to fill up. Nine to 5, Purple over Black. Black looking to pull. This first period winding down about 7 minutes. Each point's been about a minute, minute and a half. Catch by Turner, gets it to Bray. Bray almost already at midfield. We have a streaker going deep. Gainer puts it right to him. It's Matt Smith versus number 9, who grabs it in the end zone. And I know that is not Kyle Stapleton, but great grab by number 9. Able to, I believe that was Matt Smith chasing him down. From now on, he is Matt Smith. That's a scary guy to be on your running you down. He can hop up there and really knock any disc out of the way. And great catch by number 9. I believe he has something on his name. I'm trying to catch it, but at the time, nope. He is wearing a Stapleton jersey. Here we go, pull by Jaime. Jaime. Little lofty, it might just land around the 25, 30-yard line. This might be good. Oh, it's coming even further up, maybe closer to the 40. They keep it in bounds. Draco then swings it back out. They are right at midfield. They swing it all the way back to the other side of the field. JP now almost at midfield, at top of the field. Matt Smith now with the disc. Nothing really active right now, able to swing it all the way back almost to the middle of the field. Puts it right back to Matt Smith, who's got Trenton all the way up to the 25. Nobody running deep right now. They have to wait for the offense to catch up. Able to swing it back to the middle. Brings it back to Matt Smith. They're kind of cornered. Brings it all the way back to the middle of the field. Now kind of to the lower half. JP looking for something smooth. Gets it right on the line. Trenton not able to grab it with his left hand. He had to worry about being in bounds right on the goal line. Trenton, the famous snake in the grass player. Something that will never be forgotten because we have Facebook. Sorry. We have Matthew Knowles now at the goal line. Dishes it out on a tight, tough place. Nice quick play by number 14. Parker Brake puts deep to the end zone. Number 33 once again has just been dominating. I feel like whoever really is number 33 has got a lot to live up to after today. I'm expecting a lot. Draco, Choi, all your normal on Black as well. All right, we got 4 minutes left in this first period. Officials counting down. We're getting ready to see our poll since the timeout. It is up. Stapleton puts it all the way down. A nice little lofty got down there. Still some time for Dark to move up. Dark puts it to Player. Player gets a lot from Olsen. Olsen very active. Yusuf now putting a lot of pressure on number 3, but is able to give it to Draco. Draco looking for some space. Just going to keep swinging it. Now they've got a lot of people available for swing. Choi once again. Or, no, I don't think that's Choi. Never mind. Matt Smith. Player able to get to Draco. Draco catches it from behind. Nice left-handed grab from behind. Draco kind of trapped. Coach able to swing it across. Player has it to Draco. Draco about 20 yards out, puts it right to JB Burns. Kelvin just wasn't able to react in time. And that was just great awareness by Draco, being able to pick up the disc, look up the field in one motion, get that wrist action to be able to get the flick right up the field. And Kelvin had no time to react. The disc was already past him before he could figure out what was going on. JP, great cut to be able to make that possible for Draco to get the point. So the timeout, if that was by Black, they did a great job. They were able to get everything in order and go out and score efficiently. But I will give Purple credit. They aren't allowing it to be easy. We're seeing some youth players warming up on the sidelines, getting ready. They know their time is about to shine. 2:15 left in this first period. Throw a little lofty, a little high. Nobody really on him. Turner's able to pick it up at the 15, gets it to 23. Stapleton looking around, gets it back to Turner, still around the 25. Turner's trying to get it back. Stapleton is able to do so with no yardage gained. Back to Turner again. He was able to get some separation. Gets about a 12-yard run. Able to get to Olsen, who's about the same distance. Stapleton juking his player all over the place, breaking his ankles. Stapleton has the disc at the 50. Able to get it to Gaynor now. Gaynor in the middle of the field has a lot of options, but it gives it right back to Stapleton, whose defender is right on him. Black is playing with a lot more intensity. Olsen has it at the 30, about 20 yards out. Puts it right near the goal line. Great grab. He continues the throw, and I believe that is our Devin Rogers. If that is his real name, we don't know. But he's a beast. That's at least his 5th score today. He's just been able to be in the right places at the right time. A lot of times when you see him catch it, he's the one in the end zone. So he's doing a great job. 12-6, 124 left in the first period. This could possibly be the last point for the hustle players before we bring out the youth.
This year we're excited to announce 2 Hustle Future Camps. The middle school camp is June 18th through the 22nd, and the advanced high school camp is July 9th through the 13th. Both are commuter camps with aftercare options available that include catered lunches each day.
Jaime lets it loose. Clock ticking down. Picks it up right at the goal line. Blue Sun. Back up to JP, about another 30. JP trying to look deep, wants it, but it might have to swing. Oh, gets a nice little over the top scoober. Swings it all the way to the other side of the field to Austin Taylor. Draco's able to get it to JP. At the 50, JP looked deep, but didn't really see it, kept it, checked it, got it back to Draco. Draco's just doing nice little 5-yard dishes to the 30. Sun Choi gives it to Smith. Smith's looking at Draco, who does a nice little U-cut around everyone. No one saw it coming. That was a beautiful little cut. Draco kind of cleared from having the disc, went back to the center, but nobody was was guarding the end zone. Draco just burned everybody and went right to the source and scored. That was another great point there by Black. There's only been a few times they've really outsmarted Purple, and I think that was one of them. Great work, great movement, everybody being aware of where the right places were to be. Got a beautiful skyline tonight. The weather's holding. We haven't had any rain. The lights are starting to shine. 50 seconds left in our first period. Nice pull by Josh Bush. Kelvin able to grab it at the 10, dishes it to Stapleton at the 20, about 10 yards out. Stapleton looked like he wanted to rip it deep, but ended up swinging it to Olsen. Olsen's got player on him, player, very lanky guy, can get those blocks, those hand blocks. Olsen kind of throws it into space, and Bush able to eat it up. Not the most greatest of throws. There might be a timeout called, and I believe that's what the case is. 31 seconds left. Quite a vert stack with a Pochi first, number 1. Then they got 3 defenders kind of guarding number 1 in the stack. Kind of poaching in the lane and poaching his under and then poaching his break side. Leaving kind of the people in the back of the stack open for anything. They swing it to Sperling on the first throw. Sperling able to get it up to the field right in the middle of number 3. He's able to get it to Matt Smith. Matt Smith swings it over. Kelvin isn't able to get it. Beautiful look. Number 33 on Black, able to score. And that's exactly what they needed with 18 seconds left, 12-8. This can, as long as no buzzer beater or something happens here, this is actually a good thing for Black. They needed to get a point going into this next period, giving their youth a chance to make up some points for them. Our first game of the season will not be at home this year. We'll actually be playing the newly relocated Tampa Bay Cannons. This will be April 7th. And then after that, we'll go to Nashville. And then we'll be home April 21st at 6:30 p.m. against Tampa Bay. So depending on how that first game goes, it could be a revenge. It could be continuing our dominance. We'll see how the season develops. Traveling to Tampa, we'll see how the players can handle that. It'll be a long trip, but we've done Dallas, so. And we were one of a few teams who are always giving Dallas a run for their money, so we'll see how things progress this year. Disc goes out of bounds. Olsen, Christian Olsen, just watching it, almost trying to catch it with his teeth or something. Stapleton looks like he'll take it at the brick. Looks like a man, for the most part, with a 1 poach deep. That's Josh Bush for Black. They're just trying to make sure nothing crazy happens in the end zone, but 18 seconds, that's enough time to string up a few shots and then make a reasonable 25-yard flick or backhand. Olsen gets it. Oh, overthrows it. Now a huge chance for the dark. Player gets the disc. He thrings it all the way to JP, but it's too low. Clock. I'm not sure what's being called. There might have been a timeout by Purple. So JP had a man open, but was not able to keep the disc up. A disc turfed maybe about 5 yards away from his receiver. What could have been an amazing turnaround. But now we'll go back to Purple, and Purple has 5 seconds to see what they can do. My guess is they'll just probably try to swing something into the middle of the field, try to get it out around the 40 or 50, and then put a Hail Mary out there and see what happens. One of the beauties of the AUDL sport is the buzzer beaters, something you don't see in Ultimate really anywhere else, and always provides some fun entertainment. And it's hard to call. There's always controversy with these buzzer beaters because it's hard to call fouls, but I think it's one of those things you just kind of understand it. It's a mess, and you just got to let it kind of figure out itself. And a lot of people want to call more fouls for them, things like that. I think you just got to let the play, let it go, and see what happens. They put 1 second left on the clock, 6. Knowles is trying to make sure that if he picks up the disc, that the clock doesn't start the moment he picks up the disc. Wants to know exactly what time he has in order to make a play. We're mixing up the rules a lot, so they're just trying to clarify some things. Purple really doesn't want to give up a chance to get another point here. Wait for things to reset. Make sure you check out AtlantaHustle.com for tickets, events, camps, all kinds of things for youth to look at, get them involved in Ultimate. Right now, Knowles picks it up. He's got 6 seconds. Dishes it pretty far to Kelvin Williams, who gets his at the other team's. He's able to get it out at their 40. It's up. Great defense by Bush. Number 3 from Purple was guarded by 3 guys. Bush was not letting it happen. And so it'll be 12-8 at the end of our first period. Purple up right now. Purple 12, black 8. We will have our youth coming out for this next period. I will do a nice little rundown of names to get your names out there, and we'll be back here in a few short moments. So we are now back for our second period with the youth. We are playing on a more USAU style kind of field, not the AUDL field. Something that these people are going to be very familiar with playing in high school. We got Light throwing it deep. That's Black. Wide open is number 11. She's running it down. Beautiful put. And honestly, one of the best plays we've seen so far. That was a great shot. And the team, the whole Light squad is running from the sidelines. They came out and scored right away. Exactly what they needed. It says 12-8 on the score, but I believe it should be 12-9. There it goes. It is 12-9. Light comes out. Why can we call this Purple and Light, you know? But the youth versus Purple. We'll just call them the youth from now on. Youth comes out and they're all youth, but listen. There's people scoring points. And are you at home or are you away? That's all you need to know. Home 12, away 9. So you should have came here. You would have understood a lot more what was going on. So buy tickets. Or you have to hear me. Or buy tickets and hear me. It's all really up to you, America. All right, we're gonna get ready. Doing a lot of talking in between these points. They're trying. It's all strategy. I think Dark's just like, let's talk and just, you know, maybe we'll win the game. I'll do read off some names here soon in between points. That way, get some of these youth names out there, and these could be some rising stars in the future that we'll be talking about a lot more. But right now, we're about to see youth side, Light side, about to throw off to Purple. Or Dark. Right now it's the women on the field. It's all women. We're going to do women youth and then men youth as well. I believe every 2 points. Right now it's Purple, Dark. A nice flick. It almost looks like to nobody, but she's number. I believe I couldn't get the number there, but she almost ran it down. If she would have laid out, it could have been a nice grab, but it would have been difficult. And now there's some discussion on the field. I'm not sure for what. Don't know what could be going on. Okay, well, we're moving again, and she just picks it up, throws it right away. It lofts a little high. It's slapped about at the 40, and nobody's able to pick it up. End zones will be at the 15-yard line right now. They extend about halfway into the end zone, so we'll do our best here with yardage. Purple now has the disc, but it's thrown right away back at the 50. They're about halfway. Light swings it back to the center, number 18. She puts it up, but Dark's able to read it right away. And they're back on serve. Crams it up the sideline, able to keep it alive about 20 yards out from the end zone. She keeps continuing to cram it up the sideline, now about 10 yards out, 15 yards out. Able to keep it moving. They swing it out to her. She's all the wide open. All the wide. Great grab. Doing the best I can. I can't really see the jersey numbers. Trying to at least give those the numbers out there because you know who you are. But Purple able to continue their points. 13-9 Purple over Black/Light. This time we have a lot of the observers just being on the sidelines, allowing the players to call their own fouls. Right now we got about 35 left, waiting for the next pull. Looks like Light is kind of huddling up, getting ready for their time for the next point. Go ahead and throw a few names out there from the Purple team. We have Nettie Stanfield, Ellie Stanfield, Eliana Norton, Addison McCready, Charlotte Lassiter, Sierra Petrish, Lucy Seward, Mallory Switzer, Margaret Thompson. We also have Suleiman Rashid, Hayden Austin Knob, Austin Sheeden, Brennan Allen, William Johnson, Alex Ryan, Aiden Hall, Marty McReel, Michael Crick. We'll give their opponents here in a second as we're moving right now. Light working it up, moving it really quickly. She shoots it deep. A nice little 40-yard throw as she runs it down. What a layout grab, staying in bounds, and a nice spike, definitely rewarding. What an amazing play. The first layout tonight, and it was beautiful and able to stay in bounds. Defender right there. Exactly what Light needs right now. They're now 13-10. This is a 3-point game. It was 11-5, I believe, at one point. Light really focusing on trying to build up back, but will they have enough stamina to then catch up and surpass them? We'll see. There's 24 minutes left in this second period. Lots to be done. For playing on the Light, or in this case Black, we have Bethany Bailey, Keely Baker, Ali Beskine, Addison Kerwin. I'm just doing all their names, yeah. We're doing Ali Beskine, Addison Kerwin, Izzy Pittman, Ali Friedkin, Star Stemble, Mary Perrier. Pardon me for a second. We have Carolina Edlin, Jane Brock, Brian Hazelwood, Jake Powell, Joseph Epperson, Sean O'Kelly, Michael Kelson, Austin Thomas, Sam Berman, Gabe Hardy. These are all the youths that will be playing today on both teams. Right now it's just the women. We will see the men come out here soon, and they're here now. Getting their lines set up. We have Light ready to pull. Purple to receive. Here they go. Picked up at about just out 5 yards out the line. Brings it back to the middle. Swings it right about to the 50. Couple streaks deep. He ends up going. It's very Blady. I'm not able to get to him. Not the best flick, but able to put now the other team trapped on their own corner. Purple looking to put pressure on the corner as Light is looking to get out. Crams it up the line, but he's wide open, looking to get out. Nice foot block. Lots of movement there by the guarding the handler. Nice grab out of the sky, able to keep it going, keeps it moving. They're about at 50. Another little 5-yard dish. Kind of going back and forth, just cramming up the line. He's speeding up the line, but not able to look him. Crams it about 10 yards out. Crams it right up once again, but he drops it. You could tell he was already excited to celebrate. He turned his head and forgot to keep the disc in his hands. Tough break, giving, almost turfed right off the back by Purple. Dark now swinging it out, getting it off their own goal line. Looking for some help. Wants an under, has to swing it back. Keep a nice little floaty little throw, but I'm not sure who it was to. It turns in a turnover, and once again, green headband just wide open, blowing everybody around. He looks like the quickest guy on the field right now for sure. They're gonna have Purple's gonna have a hard time defending him.
Switching back to the ladies now.
(13-11). Purple slowly losing their lead at the moment. White's been able to just chip away at it. And really ever since we've switched to the new period, it's really been light all the way. 20-25 left in our second period. Ladies are back on the field. Light throwing to Purple. These are some great pulls. Purple able to get started, gets nice little 10-yard throws. Sitting at their 30. Crams it, oh, almost defended. Able to keep it alive just at the 30, 38. Nice, a great defensive play by Light. She's able to get, and she picks up the disc right away. Kind of trapped on the line, looking for a bailout, not able to find one. Nice little lefty, quick to get out. Number 99 looking to get bailed out as well. Nothing going on. She's going to have to cram it somewhere. Ooh, wide open up the line. She ends up getting a flick. Can she run it down? It's trailing away from her. Just out of her grasps.
Just out of reach for the white team.
And now it's back on Purple. Dark. 13-11, about 19 minutes left. She just hucks it deep. There's it's just a nice little duel right here, but great work by Dark to stay ahead of it. Another player keeps going deep, but she's looking to keep it checked. She ends up throwing it back to her. Off her hands, goes out of bounds. Turnover at the 30-yard line. Light now has the disc, needs to get to midfield, trying to get off the line. Cut up the line and denied. Able to swing it, kept it up. Not quite in the middle, still trying to look for something upfield, nothing. Everything being shut down right now by Dark, but able to get out. She hucks it deep. It's a run for it, but nice job by Dark, the defender. Pretty much outran it. If anybody was going to get that disc, it was her. One of our longest points so far. Dark now back on their own goal line at the 15. Needing a moment, need to get out, start getting something started. Looks like they're running a hoe stack, trying to utilize their poppers and their handlers right now to move the disc forward. Able to find a popper. She shoots it deep, all by herself. There's no defenders. She just needs to grab it. Able to do it at the 30, 10 yards away from an end zone. Nice little flick, but it might float out of bounds. I think she kind of just lost her awareness there. Wasn't sure how close the end zone was, or hoping for a quick strike with the disc, but unfortunately not able to have it happen. Back with Light. Trap, very familiar situation. Beautiful flick to get out. Still close to the line. About 15 yards away from midfield. Swinging it back. Right back to the thrower. Very, very close play. Defense almost had a play, but able to keep it going. She throws another 10 yards. Just 5 yards shy of midfield. Able to get it to midfield, still at the middle. She shoots it deep. Nobody's there, but it's going to be too far. The Hucks have been everywhere this period, but they have not been on point. And it seems like Light has a lot of things going for him right now. Purple having a hard time getting things started. They seem to throw him away at the worst opportunities. Dark once again just chucks it deep. This girl can outrun anybody, and she gets it once again. They really need to press her under. She is just burning them deep. She's able to swing it. They're at the 40, 38. Oh, but then she throws it away. Once again, we are right back where we are. They've been thrown away in the same area. Light now on their own 30, able to get it to their 35. Right, it seems right when the team gets on the other team's 30, they seem to turn it over. A lot of fakes. She ends up swinging it right at the 50, wide open. Light trying to work it up the field, being denied by the handler defense. Still nothing. Not a lot of opportunities right off the hand, and a hard little 10-yard throw is a tough one to catch. Back in Purple's hands. 15:50 left. Been a long point. The winner of this point's really going to be able to carry momentum through the rest of this period. And I think definitely Light team needs it, because if they can make this 13-12 after a long point, it'll make going into this next point even more powerful. A lot of just standing around right now. The disc has not been put back into play. Now it is. A quick flick, very Blady, but nobody was there to defend her. Wide open in the middle of the field at the 48, 47. Defense is 47. Oh, defense able to poach and catch. Knock the disc down. Number, I believe, 57 from Purple was the target, but she was shut down. A deep throw. She's running down, not able to run it down. Lands right at the 10-yard line inside the end zone. Once again, these Hucks are right there, just not able to run them down. The clock continues to tick. The women just want to play. They don't want to get off the field. They're like, it's our time to shine. Dark, able to move it up at the 20. She flicks it once again. And number 57, there's just, I mean, just tell her, she just needs to throw it back and run deep again. They'll score every time. Nobody is guarding her. She is the quickest one on the field as far as the ladies are concerned. Up the line, a beautiful cut by Dark Shirt. Oh, but the defense was able to catch up. The disc floated. Honestly, a beautiful cut by a lady in the yellow shorts and dark shirt. She shrieked up the sidelines. The disc was just floating too much, and the defender was able to come up and make a play. Really great awareness in finding an open option, but unfortunately the throw was not on point. We are continuing this marathon point. Light throws it over the head of their receiver. It comes back to Purple's hands at the 35, just about 20 yards away. Oh, they're able to strike it up the line. She's about 7 yards out. Puts a nice little flick and a great grab. I believe she's in, but they don't realize it. They threw it again, but she was able to catch it, and now they figured it out. Number 57 actually scored, but she was able to throw it in for an actual score. She wanted the catch and the reception, and wait, that's the exact same thing. She wanted the throw and the catch. She wants it all, is what I'm trying to say. And she deserves it.
It's great food, great service, at a fair price. Our standard menu is made up of tried and true favorites, and there's something special for everyone. We love collaborating and coming up.
That'll make it 14-11 with 13 minutes. That was a long point, ladies and gentlemen. I'm exhausted. But I will give props to number 57. She was killing it as far as getting downfield and making great catches. A lot of time there wasn't any pressure because there was no one there to give her pressure. She was getting great separation. And that could be a big threat against Light. We got some dancing going around on the sidelines. You know, they'll be dancing now, but wait till they play Raleigh and Dallas and Jackson, or I'm sorry, Tampa. You know, it's fun now, but it's going to get rough real quick. Once again, the season will start March 31st. If you're an AUDL fan, I'm sure you already know, but Stadium will be broadcasting a lot of our Game of the Week, or actually all of our Game of the Weeks this year. Our first one will be March 31st with Tampa Bay Cannons and the Raleigh Flyers. I think Raleigh is going to really showcase their new talent they've pulled. Some former Jacksonville players now that are Tampa Bay Cannons. So that'll be a great opening weekend. Make sure you check that out on watchstadium.com. It's very important to us as Hustle fans. We need to see where we stand in our own division, and that'll be a very important game for us. The disc is back in play. We have ladies still out there. Light has the disc. was thrown out of bounds. They're going to take it out in about the 45, their own 45. It looks like we have a cup defense, pardon me, by the purple team. Hoping the zone will kind of allow them to mitigate any big plays or disasters. Right now, they're just kind of homing with each other. Slowly, they've gained 5 yards over a couple throws. Every throw's been about a yard or two. Defense is really locked down, able to break the cup, but still went back 3 or 4 yards. Oh, and a hard laser to try to get the cup off guard was dropped. Now back into purple's hands, sitting at their own 40. Some discussion by the players. This is something, if you've only watched the AUDL, you're not used to. The players being able to play calls or call fouls and things of that nature, dictate the pace of play. Nice throw. She's wide. She wanted to flick it deep. Number 57 once again has it. She just hucks it deep with her backhand over the top of the player, but then also over her receiver. Defender went up for it, went just over her fingertips, and the receiver just wasn't at top speed, wasn't able to run it down. Number 57, though, was a beautiful flick. She has been killing it. 10 minutes left, 14-11. Looks like the cup is in formation once again. Light taking it from their end zone. She breaks the cup right away, but not able to really gain any yards from the throw. They swing it back to the middle, still right at their goal line, but making the cup a run. Breaks the cup once again, but still no yardage gained. Cup doing pretty much what their job is. Cause frustration, hope for a throw over the top for something greedy, and then make the play. And she's able to get it inches. It looks like if they're able to just keep working the homies, they should be able to do it. Oh, and great defense by number 13 from purple or dark. She picks up the disc. 57 was open, looked off. She goes back into the stack. Next cut, looked off once again. Looks like she needs a bailout. Not really seeing much. The handler's defense was very nice, but they were able to clear it back out. They're at their defenses, the opponent's 35. She's able to cram it up at the 30. She's looking at number 13 once again. Wants something deep. She wants big. Hammers it to the end zone, but nobody was prepared. Not a single receiver back there. Wishful thinking. Another marathon point. 8:33 in this period. I'm just adding all that space for extra tension. It's palpable, palatable, palatable. It's all those things. Light has the disc, sitting at their own 32. Now we're no longer in a cup. Looks like a man. 99 picks it up. We got some most beautiful huck backhand. Can she run it down? Still lays out for it, but in no way will there be a chance. Nice hustle. Great look. All the other defenders gave up. She was the only one going for it, but just out of her reach. Some of these throws have been spectacular. Just really haven't been able to read the receiver appropriately. Another beautiful huck up the line. This one might connect to 57. She is a beast. And there's the dark shirt, yellow shorts. Once again, a quick turnaround by purple, and they go off their benches. They're running. What a marathon point. And in 2 throws, they went the entire field. 57 with the first grab, and then she hucks it to her partner in crime. 15-11 dark with 7 minutes left in this second period. Dark really needed that point to kind of keep their lead right now. Whereas if Light could have turned that one over for them, it could have been a very big turn of events. But still plenty of time. The men are out there now, and the men are like, well, maybe we should like chill out here for about 7 minutes. 6:40 left, men on the field. Quick throw off. Picked up at their own 23. Now they're 30. This is Light. Oh, a hand block right off the top. And automatically back in Purple's hands. A hammer over the top. The crowd wanted it. Oh, he was able to pick it up off the player's defensive tip. Still was able to receive it in the end zone, and Purple will get the score. You could hear the crowd screaming for a hammer, and the players, well, they gave it to him, and it worked out. Those are the toughest as a defender to get those tips, and it still gets caught. They say catch your D's, but so much easier to tell someone to do it than to actually do it in real time. 15-11, Purple. Really, they've kind of held the lead and maintained the lead. Although Light has been really doing a good job of chipping away at it. It's still been Purple in control. And with this final period coming up where we have hustle squads going against each other again, it could be a very, very exciting final period. Disc is up. Light is picking it up. Kind of at their own 20, moving it up to 25. Still in the middle of the field. Still in the middle of the field, now at the 30. A nice huck long up the field, now on the opponent's 30. Green Bandana wanted to do a hammer, but ends up being smart, looking for his next receiver right at the goal line. He's looking for it, being calm. Throws a nice bladey little flick across the goal line. Nice grab there by Light, and one of the most fluid offenses we've seen now so far from the men's Light team. One of those goal line flicks where you throw it 2 yards, but you throw it all the way to the other side of the field. And usually your player's right there unguarded, and that's exactly what happened. Four minutes left, 15-12. Yeah, it's a three-point game. Anything can happen. These are just a few breaks from coming overtime game. We might get some free ultimate. I'm sure it's exactly what everybody wants. Clock's still running in between points. Looks like we put the ladies back out on the field. These ladies have been very entertaining. Really, who's taking the show is number 57 from Purple, or the Dark team. Really just a great receiver and a great handler right after the catch. He's been very 100%. We got 3:10, and the disc is up. 20. Yeah, they're moving up to the 30. Dark, really before, they were able to get all the way up to the 40 before anybody was able to put any defense on them. 13 with the disc. She's looking for somebody able to swing it back out to the center of the field, looking for another, ooh, crams it up the middle. Now up to the 50 to number 4 with yellow shorts. She's been quite the quick one, able to swing it back to the middle. Dark has it at their 40, throws it to yellow, but the disc kind of floats, and they're able to get a defensive play. Light. 2:27. Be just outside, about 5 yards outside their goal line. Light really needs this point going into the final period. Able to get a nice quick 10-yard dish underneath. Continuing another 10-yard dish. Right now they're getting the unders they need. Nice little 7 to 10-yard dashes. She's deep, but able to get a hand block. It looks like the disc was going to go deep for their deep receiver, but it is stopped by Dark. Not sure who exactly made the play. But now we are stuck now with Purple on the sidelines, trying to dish out to the center. She's able to, ooh, very hot one flying in, unable to be grabbed. She throws it deep immediately by Light, but the Dark defender's the only one there. She lets it fall and now picks it up. About 1:32 left. We're going to have a buzzer beater coming in soon. Right now, it just looks like a kind of a poachy defense. Loose man. A short one. Great read by the offense, but unable to pick it up. Light now has a dish. She immediately goes back to her deep shot. Picks it up at just outside the 30. Stuck on the sideline. She puts it in play. Nice flick. Trying to move it back to the center of the field. So on the far sideline. Looking for something deep. Doesn't see anything. Able to cram it up to the 20. Just 5 yards out from the end zone. She shoots it right in. Great grab. And that is a score. Light. Exactly what they needed with just 50 seconds left. There will be one more point. I think all the men... Nope, we're going to do another female point. This will be the last one with the buzzer beater. We'll see how this goes. 15-13. For purple, you just really need to stress you need to be the last one who throw. You don't want to throw with much time left on the clock so that if there is a turn that they can pick it up and throw it back. Especially with it not being an AUDL field, it's a little smaller, easier to get those deep pucks across the field. 17 seconds left, so they'll probably try to get at least 1 point. They may let this point go even past time. I'm not sure exactly. We'll see what goes down. I believe the timer now is saying 0. But I believe they're, yeah. I think they're going to let them just play this 1 point, no time. We're going to finish this point before we end the second period. No buzzer beaters today. But we're here to just watch some good ultimate, and let's see what happens. A big point for Light. And also a big point for Dark. They need to put some points. 57 just throws it deep, but nobody went. It almost seems like they had a game plan and then didn't execute, or somebody just went rogue. We don't know. We'll get back to you. Light now has it. Oh, and it's a turn right back to Dark. Oh, and she's able to capture it right in the end zone. A lot just happened very quickly. And that'll be 16-13 purple as we go into the third period, where Hustle will be back on the field. The scrimmage will be on. A 3-point game. Could it still be purple or black? We'll see. It's 17-13. We were off by a point. So we have a 4-point game for Light that needs to come back, and they are receiving the disc to start this player to pick it up. Back to the AUDL field, which is beautiful. Nice big space, lots of room to swing. Bush now sitting at his own 40, brings it back to player. Purple counting each throw, trying to get under their heads. Back at their own 25, able to spring it back up to Bush, who's sitting just under midfield. Bush swings it right back, gets it up to the 40. Hammer all the way to the end zone. He's all by himself. Kelvin doesn't really have any position. JP, I believe JP Burns with the catch. Exactly what Light needed. 17-14. Beautiful work there. Smooth offense, very calculated, looking for the easy throws, and then a nice hammer to a wide open guy in the end zone. That's what you need to do. We're always trying to be innovative here in Atlanta. Always bringing new formats before our season starts, trying to showcase Ultimate in all kinds of sorts of ways, getting as many people involved as we can. So make sure you get involved next year. Maybe you could be involved in the youth programs as well. Check in with your local high schools and check and make sure you have an Ultimate program. And tell them about Hustle and ways you can get involved and get other people involved. Disc is off to purple. Clock is winding. Knowles is with it at the 30. No pressure. He has nobody on him, so throws right up. Nice little over the top to Kelvin to the middle. Back to the middle. Still at the 50, just doing nice little 5-yard throws. Back to Bray. Goes backwards a little, but nobody putting any pressure on him. No mark. Mark coming in from Trenton, but he throws it over the top. Kelvin at the about 10 yards out, looking for a throw. Still no mark on any of these throwers. He's able to get a swing into the end zone. Kelvin was able to reset it to a new thrower, and I believe, can't tell who it was, Bradham. I'm not sure. It might be Rogers again. I can't tell. They're dancing, they're hugging, they're loving each other. All I know is it was a beautiful thing. Is that Rogers kid again, number 33? That kid is something else today. He has definitely stood out. Is he a kid? I don't even know. But he's playing today and he's scoring. That puts Purple up 18-14 with 27 minutes left. Still lots of time. A couple breaks here and there can change everything. We got some cheering coming from the crowd out there. Really kept a good crowd tonight throughout the game. All right, we have a pull coming from Purple. Light springing off the start, getting ready to get into position. Great catch by JP to start, gets it out to about the 30-yard line. Good start, now the defense is there. They swing it up to the 40 for JP, who gets it to the 50 to Matt Smith, who continues it to the 45 into the opposing, and the 40, they are moving it right up the field, right back to JP, just back and forth, back to Austin to the 25. He's looking to creep in, gets it all the way to the other side of the field to Bush, who's just about 7 yards out, and a wide open flick shot to the corner. Honestly, the best offense we've seen from Light Hustle today. Really, Matt Smith and JP working each other up the field to about the red zone. They swing it all the way to the other side of the field, giving them all that space, and then the continuation led to a score. It's exactly what you need to do.
The white team really starts making
18-15. Quick score as well. 26 minutes left. That's what they really need to be doing right now until their defense makes a big play. Quick scores, confident offense, striking when needed to. Right now, Purple just needs to be calculated. They need to make sure every throw that they do is 100%, and even if they hold on to the disc for a long time, that only benefits them. They just need to make sure they score it at the end of every turn. Light took a little time before they threw. They wasted about a minute there. They probably want to make those a little bit quicker since they're down. Stapleton kind of stuck there, but able to get out to the 50 to number 9. Number 9 trying to look for something. Looks like he's going to have to get back to Stapleton. Taylor was right on him. He's giving Stapleton a hard time. Stapleton still behind the 50, now back to the 35 to number 33, Rogers. I think there was a call by the officials. It will be against Purple. Now, some of these calls aren't really going to hurt Purple. Yeah, it's pushing you back, but this time that's being wasted off the clock is very important to them. Able to swing it back out to number 33, Rogers. It was a deep by number 9, but he didn't take it. Able to swing it back into the middle to Turner. Turner at the 50. Turner swings it up now to the 35. Olsen maybe looking for deep gainer. Also deep, doesn't find anything. Stapleton now resets. Stapleton does a nice little scuba throw right at the 20. Number 9 wanted to put it up. Stapleton, another throw, but a beautiful D. Unbelievable work by Matt Smith to be that aware and to get his hands up right at the goal line. Now Light has a whole new chance now to bring themselves back into this game. Trying to get off the line, they swing it all the way to the other side of the field, just about 5 yards outside their end zone. Bush kind of stuck, able to reset with Matt Smith. Stapleton right on him. Close call. They are now able to gain about 10 yards. Pump fakes, swings another one to the other side of the field. Choi at the 40, stuck on his sideline, brings it back to the middle. Taylor able to keep it away from being thrown away. Back in the middle, Taylor pump fakes deep, gives it back to Choi at the 40. Choi does a nice little 20-yard throw to Smith, who's now at the opponent's 30. And I believe a timeout is called by Light. The clock will stop at 23:23, and that is it. If you had the lottery ticket, your ticket says 23:23, you won. You won absolutely nothing except to be a winner. Congratulations. Sorry, I had to do it. Had to do it. 18-15. Purple Hustle ahead right now against the Black Youth. That's how it's worded. But no, Purple versus Light. Purple 18, Light 15. Matt Smith just wants everybody to hurry up. He's like, let's go. I just want to go ahead and score. I got a Benihana's reservation after this. I don't know. Sounds like that's something I'd do after a game, like a Benihana's. You know, I'll just say it. Or, you know, like a La Paria. That sounds appropriate. All right, well, still waiting for the teams to start back up. Light is about on their opponent's 30, about 20 yards out. Able to swing it back to Sperling, who makes a nice grab at the 30. Still swinging it now at the 25, Austin Taylor. Swings, crams it, but he drops it right there at the 20-yard line. It was a tight little spot. Had a lot of defenders around, a lot of pressure. Wasn't able to retain it. Matthew Knowles kind of stuck, but able to get it out to Parker Bray now. Parker Bray has nobody on him. Yeah, Light is not putting a lot of pressure on these handlers. Swings it to number 14 now on the far side of the field. Able to get it back to Parker at the 50. Parker wants to throw it deep. Kelvin was open, but didn't feel confident enough. Now gives it back to Knowles. Knowles resets 5 yards back, looking to Parker to reset once again, but having a hard time. Able to get it back to Parker. Crams up the sideline. Kelvin able to keep it in at the opponent's 26, 27. He's stuck on the sidelines. Parker trying to help him out, not able to do it. Oh, does. Gets it back to the middle of the field. Defender was right there. Number 44 able to keep it up. He's at the 20 now. They're about 10 yards out. They're swinging it back to Knowles. Knowles just does a nice outside end to Kelvin. Kelvin toes it in on the sideline. Great footwork from Kelvin. Kelvin looking a lot speedier this year than I've seen him in years past. Really being a lot more vocal on his offense. You've seen him a lot on defense the years before. He might be making an offensive transition. Great work. Purple really just did exactly what they needed to do. All the throws were 100%. They really didn't force too much. That last one might have been a little forced, but you have to make a big play in order to get the score. 19-15. 21-35 left. Light asking for the disc. They're ready. They don't want any more time wasted. They know they've got to still make up some ground here. Still plenty of time. 21 minutes left. Sun Choi with the disc. I believe that was number 32. Nice little over-the-top flick to get it to JP. Moves it up. Now they're at the 45. Able to continue. Matt Smith keeps it in bounds. He's up to the 30. Gets a couple generous steps there, but nobody seems to call anything. JP now gets it back. They swing it all the way back. Over, I believe, Sun Choi's head. JP just kind of threw it behind him a little bit. Didn't throw it into space. Gives Purple a chance to get some separation. This is not the time. Stapleton just hucks it deep to Yusuf. Yusuf has nobody near him. Everyone forgot what they were doing at that turn, and Yusuf was able to be like, I'm going, I'm gone, score. Great job by Purple, and I can kind of feel a little bit of energy leaving as far as Light team. That was a quick turnaround, and now down by 5. This next drive is very important.
Long Life Therapeutics. Long Life Therapeutics specializes in your well-being with over 13 years experience in Swedish massage, deep tissue massage, and neuromuscular therapy. Hot stones, sport massage, and so much more. Long Life is dedicated to enhancing muscular mobility.
Right now, Dart's still talking strategy. Light really not even calling for the disc. They're just waiting for it. Maybe they've already raised their hands and they're sick of doing it, but no real urgency from Light at this moment. A lot have been playing all day. They're pretty tired, but so has Purple. These lines have been battling against each other. Player now with the disc, just under the 30, swings it around. Gets it to Austin Taylor at the 37. Nice cram right back to number 11 again. Just under the 50. Kind of stuck, but able to get it back to Taylor again. Taylor, they're really just cramming it up the sideline. Choi able to get it to Burns. Burns. And Williams, oh, wide open. Bush on the other side of the field. They forgot about him. Great awareness. Nice Blady flick to just get it to him quickly. And a nice quick score by Light, 2016. Bush, the big rookie of the year last year, I believe, and we don't have Vic Roy. If you've noticed, we don't have Vic Roy here this year, but we did keep Bush. And Bush was quite the spectacular talent last year, and it's good to have him back. We've also retained a couple great new players. Carl Eckwertzel, Player Pierce, a few others. These are people that I know. But interested to see where this squad will stand coming into the new seasons. We've always battled well against Austin. We've had our tough times against Tampa and Raleigh, but we've always seemed to have kind of a camaraderie with Raleigh. Always a way to, we always make those games very exciting. We've had problems with Dallas, so we're trying to find a new footing in our division, and this year will be kind of a new step forward. Purple right now being pressed all the way back, almost a Callahan moment. Knowles still stuck in the middle of his own goal line, able to get it out to number 44. He's now the 20, but he looks like he wants to get rid of it. Jaime gets it to Bray. Bray back in the middle of the field at the 25. Bray takes a nice flick deep to number 33, Rogers again, who catches at the 20. About 8 yards out. Williams just outspeeding Trenton, able to get the score in the end zone. That was a great put by Bray, and once again, number 33, whoever's wearing that, Rogers, he has been kicking butt. $16.50 left, 21-16, and it just seems like Purple's going to continue to have this lead and not give Light a chance to really catch up. And ultimately, it can be so hard to come back from behind with, especially anything over 2 to 3 points. But Light just has to keep their heads up. Still plenty of ultimate to be played. Just any simple mistakes from Purple could change this game completely. Got Austin Taylor now, throwing it up to, I believe, Choi. Can't tell. Austin Taylor picks it up to the 30. No, that wasn't Choi. Oh, wow. Bush wide open. Williams just kind of gets his body in there, but not able to really have any position on the play. He resets it to Burns, back to Bush. Taylor running as hard as he can. He gives him a nice, beautiful, low-lined backhand. Perfect stride to Austin Taylor in the end zone. Those are so beautiful to perform, and when you're able to know your receiver that well that you know you can put the disc right to him in perfect stride, great work. It's good to see that kind of chemistry here, even early in the season. 21-17, a quick strike by Light. Purple versus Black showcase. Purple 21, Black 17. Purple ready. They want the disc now. They want this. They want to see if they can get 30 points. They are ready. They're not ready. They don't want to waste no time. Light trying to make sure they have their game plan ready as they go in. They need some defense. Player with a nice flick. Beautiful huck. Can the defense get down there quick enough? Choi running as hard as he can. Disc still up. Nice job. They just now get the disc in it. They are at their own goal line with the defense already there, but Stapleton able to get them out up to the 30. Olsen now on the sideline at the 35. Trapped on the sideline, trying to get out. Gainer able to work him out. Oh, almost with a defensive play, but there is a call by the refs. I believe there's a pick being called. They will lose some yardage. Gainer going back to his own 5. Defense making sure they are playing hard on these Purple right now. Gainer just wants to get rid of the disc and reset it. Able to give it back. Back to Gainer. Oh, another call. And it might be another pick. No, this is actually against Light. Not sure what the call was. A 5-yard, 10-yard penalty. Dark looking to get out. Oh, and they're telling him actually it should have been a 5-yard. And oh, it's okay. The disc's getting kind of moved around again. It's back in Gaynor's hand at the 20-yard line. Gaynor swings it over to Stapleton. Nice cut. Able to get Troy off of him. Stapleton pump fakes. Throws a nice one into Turner. Turner at the 40. Turner wants to get rid of it. Throws him over. Hammer. Nice grab by Gaynor over his head. He's now in the other enemy's territory. Oh, but thrown behind number 9. But there is a call. Player has a disc. It's going back to purple. 13-12 left in this period. Gaynor now has it at the 35. Gaynor set the disc. We have a nice cut in, but Gaynor looks him off. Looking back to his handler. Olsen now back at midfield. Puts it into the center of the field around the 40-yard line. A nice cut from number 9, but looked off. Olsen once again has it. Josh Turner, nice little cut up the field, getting nice little 5-yard dashes, but here we go again. Swing with Olsen. Back to Stapleton, who's not really being guarded. It gets it right back to Olsen, who's just 10, 12 yards out. Stapleton now a little bit further back, resetting. Stapleton, nice swing to Turner. He's just about 5 yards out. No cut. Stapleton makes the strike cut. That's cut. Olsen now has the disc. Gets it right back to Stapleton. They forgot about him. He hovered. He stayed. And he conquered in the corner. Champion. Stapleton usually the one who's throwing him, not catching him in the end zone. Nice work. Able to just kind of stay there and let the defenders forget about him. And great little shot there. And that makes it 22-17 with about 12 minutes left. It's really going to take Light doing some crazy hucks and some amazing Ds to get back into this game. But I think this is, for them, time to just play solid ultimate. It's an exhibition game. You're getting ready for the season to start next week. You're going down to Tampa against a team that we've struggled against over the years in the AUDL, but I think this year we might have a good run, especially at the start of the season. Are we ready? Are we going to be more in shape and in fit than they are? We've been a team that takes a little bit of time to progress and get into our flow. Oh, almost Matthew Knowles with a sort of a diving D, but now Light is taking advantage of the situation with a defender out of position. Matt Smith already at the opposing team's 30. Swings it back across the other side of the field. Number 24, J.P. Burns, now at the 20. Gives it to Austin Taylor, who's about 5 years out. A nice hammer over everyone. And there it is, another score for White. And that's exactly what we need to be doing. Quick scores. But we're going to see what if Hustle can start strong this year. I think that's one of the things that we struggled with every year is it took us a while to get into a flow. Hopefully these exhibition playing against each other and getting used. Now we've had 4 years of playing together. Hopefully we can start strong in the season and hopefully carry that through the whole season as well. Last year we went 5-9. I think our goal should just to be better than that. Try to have at least 6 or 7 wins and work our way towards playoff contention. Especially with Raleigh now being, with all the new weapons that they have acquired, it really isn't just Dallas anymore that we're going to have to worry about. Raleigh's going to be a tough. We've always worried about Raleigh, but we've always played well against Raleigh. I think this year we're going to have to be a little more stubborn with them and play them even harder than we do maybe Dallas. 22-18, there was a penalty, maybe a delay of game on Purple. They're being pushed back, but they're still standing kind of close. They don't expect them to push it that far back. 10 minutes left, 22-18. Light needs to get this game moving. J.P. Burns with the pole. He's going to put it pretty much all the way to the back of the end zone. It's still too far, well, right into the lacrosse net. So, check your indoor lacrosse NLL, Georgia Swarm, NLL champions 2017. They're having a tough run this season there, but it's close. There's still a lot of games to be played, so check them out. Exciting stuff. Sports everywhere in Atlanta. If you don't know what to do in Atlanta, just go watch the sports. Especially Atlanta Hustle. Here we are. Stapleton picking up the disc at the 30. Disc is in play. Able to swing it to Bray. Bray wants to flick. Able to get it up to Sperling now near the 50. He swings it back to the middle of Stapleton, now to the middle of the field to Olsen. Christian just standing right there on the logo. Swings it back to Bray upfield. About 5-yard dash. Yusuf all the way on the other side of the field. Yusuf now puts it back in the middle. Still around the middle of the field with Stapleton. They're just kind of going back and forth. Now to Bray. Bray hooks it all the way to Sperling's just wide open. It's unbelievable. Bush, I understand he's sitting in the back. He's got to guard both. But when that disc swings like that, Bush just needs to make a commitment. And unfortunately, there's just nothing much that can be done. Sperling wide open in the end zone. Beautiful put by Bray. 8:14 left, 23-18. It just doesn't seem like Light's going to be able to pull this off. They're still putting up quite an effort on offense, being very smooth, still getting every point they can get, making this a close game and not trying to exit early. But Purple is doing the exact same thing back. Turner now with the pull. Disc is live down the field. Not the biggest pull. Might stay inbounds here, right around the 15. Picked up by Light. They put it right out into the middle of the field to Player, who is at the 25, now the 30 to Troy. He's about the 34 now. Nothing really deep. Swings it back a little bit to reset. Nothing deep again. Looks like they're kind of running a junk defense, sort of like a cut, but they're able to get over the top to Smith, who then gets it past to the enemy's 30. Now at the 20. JP keeps it going to Player, who now is at the 15. They just need 5 yards. Great work. And that's just, I think, Purple saving the legs. As long as they're on offense, they can dictate the pace, and allowing them to just have to make those kind of runs down the field and score is pretty good, as long as they keep their legs fresh. 23-19, 6:55 left in our final period. Let's give a shout out to our best field agent right there. It's just this little girl on the field just running around picking up discs and cones. She's our best. She's really doing everything. She's doing what the officials just don't want to do. She's doing the hard work. She's working hard. There's going to be our future Hall of Famer gold medalist ultimate player. Great to see the youth out here. Purple now, Bray with the disc. About his 30. Number 33, Rogers, MVP. Swings it to Jaime. Jaime now. Just kind of staying chilly. Not looking for any trouble. Able to reset to Bray. And Bray just the same. Take our time. He's trying to push people deep. He swings it all the way across the field. So number 14, who is able to get to Williams. Kelvin now near the center of the field, close to the 50. Gives it to Knowles, who's now dead center in the middle of the field. Got him one mark. He's going to probably swing it to Bray near the sideline at the 50. Bray swings it over to number 14. Still in the middle of the field, not getting much yardage. It seems like Light's slowing him down a little. Ooh, the stall count could get high, but Bray's able to reset. There might be a stall. It is a stall. I was curious, and Smith is just saying, pick it up and throw it to me. I'm all by myself. He took off. He knew exactly what the call would be, but no big play, and Light now actually has a chance to change this game all of a sudden. Smith now picks it up. And there's a timeout called. Light, they will actually stop the clock with 5 minutes left, 23-19. And honestly, if White can actually get a score here, make it 23-20, they still might have some chance. Very small, very minimal, especially if Purple just wants to hold on to the disc and waste the clock. Especially with the clock running between points as well. But still, this will at least give them hope. 23-19, 5 minutes left. We'll be back in a short moment. We are back in action. Light quickly swung it up. They're near their 30. Had to reset back to their own 40. 32 looking for something. This purple defense is... Oh, Taylor able to quick catch a laser. Back to Smith now at the 30. He just throws a hammer to a wide open player. Knowles and Gaynor closest ones, but there's nothing they could do. Player, also a new player on the addition. Player's a new player. Look at that. He played with the Nashville Night Watch, I believe, the year before. Great player, great addition, I think, to Hustle, and something I look forward to seeing through as the season progresses. 4 minutes left, 23. I believe it should be 20. I haven't seen an update, but we're going to go with 23-20, even though it says 23-19 on our scoreboard. It makes it more exciting. 23-20 with 4 minutes left. I believe most of their teams have their timeouts if they need to, but I'm sure Light will be the only team that will be using them to give themselves more time. Beautiful put. Stapleton now has it at his 20. Number 9 just has some legs. He's been running all day today. Gaynor now has it back at his 20. Number 9 able to pick it up on the sideline. Gives it back to the middle to Gaynor. Still Gaynor at the 20, able to push a nice little pass up. And they're getting some yardage here now, moving up to the 35 now. Turner to the 50 over the top, but he's not able to hold it up. It was a nice over-the-top throw, kind of like a hammer. Turner had it, then lost it. Now Light has a huge chance. Player just takes a huge deep shot. What a grab by number 33, and he is proud of it. Olsen really couldn't get a read on the disc, and that makes it 23-21. They should only be down by 2 with 2 minutes and 40 seconds left. This game is starting to get closer and closer. Purple is just letting them sneak back into this game, but time still is on their side. And here we go. We're going to go into like a little 2-minute warning here. 2-minute warning, offense, defense. Light ready to throw the disc. Purple ready to receive. Disc is up. Purple still didn't look like they had really hammered out their whole game plan out. Let's see how this works out. Bray now picking it up in his own goal line. Gives it to Knowles near the 15-20. Now at the 25 to number 14. He's looking to reset, but Kelvin's open up a little bit in the middle. Kelvin's still at the 30. Swings it back to Knowles. Now back at the reset position. Resets once again to Bray. They're back in their own end zone. It's 23-21 with 1:45. They understand that they can just hold on to this disc and win this game. It's going to have to be now this. Oh, they throw it to Knowles. He drops it, but he stops it from rolling any closer. Light now just about 12 yards out, swings it all the way to the other side of the field. Trenton cannot keep up with it, and also the disc was thrown out of bounds. I don't think it was going to be really any chance. So a huge opportunity for this to be an exciting final point. Still there, 23-21, 1:28 left. Clock now on official AUDL rules. Now it'll stop between drops. Kelvin Williams catches at the 35 on his own sideline. He's looking to reset to Knowles. Knowles probably going to goes right back to Williams. Williams resets to Bray. They're still in their own end zone. Their own side of the field. Number 3 able to reset it back to Bray, gets it back to him. They're still near their own 30. Williams gets it near the 40. Still not able to get anything downfield. Bray trying to reset. Plays Matt Smith, but Knowles drops it again, and this will be a timeout called by the Light with 47 seconds left. 23-21. This is it. This is what's really big for Light. If they can get a quick throw or set up a play, score, we could go into this final point with Light having a chance to tie this up and go to overtime. I will give Light a lot of credit. They struggled in that first period, but then their youth squad was able to come in and bring them back to something of a reasonable deficit. And then ever since this third period started, it's been a battle back and forth, but Light has just slowly chipped away. And now it really is going to be coming on what it depends on what this play call is. Are they able to score really quick and give themselves 40 seconds in the next point, or are they going to waste 30 seconds and try to score and really have not much left to do? If I'm Purple, I really want them to, I would try to make this the longest drive as possible. If they do score, like make them waste 20 seconds. Don't give them something easy like a hammer or an easy flick off the line. All right, Stapleton, Purple has the disc. Light needs a turn. Stapleton doesn't really have anything. Swings it across. And so that was not a turn by Matthew Knowles, and it was actually a foul call. So it was Purple's disc now. Kelvin has it with 30 seconds left. They just need to make a couple more completions. Kelvin gives it to Gaynor. Gaynor sitting at the 30. A tight one to Olsen. Olsen sitting on the opponent's 32. Gaynor resets. About 20 seconds left. Kelvin picks it up. They're just running out the clock. It doesn't seem like much is going to be done for them. Stapleton right now at the 25, just holding on to the disc. Gives it back to Gaynor.
5, 4.
And right now, which is a few seconds, Gaynor is going to throw a hammer.
And that's game.
Oh, and a defense by Light. And that will be it. The scrimmage has completed.
And our final score today is 23 Purple, 21 White.
And that is it. In the Purple versus Black Showcase. Purple takes the win 23-21. And that will be it for our scrimmage. Thanks for all the people who participated. Our first home game will be coming up here very soon. I believe April 21st with the Tampa Bay Cannons. And you will be hearing me as well broadcast that. And we will see you then. Hustle 2018 starts here soon. The opening season for AUDL is March 31st. We will see you next time. Thank you.